Hello everyone and welcome to the Rest is Football Daily Brightness Q&A episode. For this episode we actually have the questions pre-recorded.
We've been out and about during the Euros supporting the Lionesses, and while we've been there we've been gathering questions from the fans. We've been to Box Park in Croydon, the Buckingham Palace homecoming and a few watch parties. So let's get into the first question.
Out of the two of them, which one celebrated harder after the last Euros?
I don't think you could say either or. I think we both partied extremely hard. I'd say probably you, because you were throwing up in the back of the taxi.
Yeah, but you got your foot run over, so I think that explains a lot.
Yeah, I don't think it was any...
I think we were both highly intoxicated and we both had the best night.
And to be fair, yeah, we did everything together, so it weren't like I went out separate to you.
As always, if I drank, Rach drank. If she had a shot, I had a shot. So we literally were like attached by the hip. That's what we are. That's our friendship. So yeah, if I'm getting wasted, Rach is getting wasted. Simple as. I think we're both leading the party though. I'd like to say that much.
I do remember being on a pole at some point.
I do remember. I have the video of you on the pole.
That won't surface.
Is that your next adventure?
Oh God, imagine. People would pay to not go.
So yeah, we're on par. We're both party animals, basically. Next question.
What was it like watching from the other side and not the pitch? What was the whole mood like watching from home?
I think for me, it was very different. Like, I think we've spoke about this in previous episodes, haven't we? Like, it's definitely a different side. But I actually enjoyed it. Like, I think it was probably a bit different from me to you. But I just actually felt like a fan.
Yeah.
So it's nice to celebrate as a fan, but also having that like close bond with most of the people there and like knowing what they're going through. You're almost like an inside fan.
Yeah, it is weird. You can't help but see things as a player as well. Like straight away we texted and was like, oh my God, do you remember when we were getting on the bus site and we were leaving? And do you remember when we arrived at the team hotel? But yeah, I think even obviously the position that I was in, I probably like made myself view it as a fan. And while there's certain aspects of it that you view as a player and you're analysing the game and you understand what the players are feeling day to day and in different moments. But yeah, I can honestly say like I just allowed myself to strip everything back in life, forget football and just watch it as a fan. And I think it was really nice to see the youngsters coming through. I've said it a lot, but that is a really proud moment when you've been a part of a squad and you've like help these players and seeing the struggles, and then to see them on like the biggest stage and you're playing in the final and then to win, it's like a really proud moment. Like even though you're not there, you still feel a part of it and a part of their journeys as well. So, but it was incredible and it was nice to see all the hype as well, because we don't get to see that when we're in tournaments, do we? Like we had no idea what was going off.
I liked, like going into like a pub and it's all over the walls.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen that before. And like people are watching it and it's like, you see like watch parties getting announced at like your local pub and stuff and you're like, what? Like I've never seen any of that. So it was different.
Yeah, we never knew it existed. And that even in the last Euros, like, everyone was like, oh my God, like families used to be, I remember our mums in that group, like, girls, it's going wild, this is happening, that's happening. We were like, really? Like, is it really? And then I remember when we came out and we were like, holy shit, like, it's massive. So it was really, really nice to see like that side of things for sure. And as much as we'd all love to be playing, like it was a really, really nice experience. So yeah. Next question.
Do you think we can do it 3 times in a row?
Don't see why not. I mean, I don't like to put all my cards on the table at once, but
never say never, eh?
Yeah, we've set the tone now. The bar's high, but I think the players in England are going to continue to grow and learn and mould into like the absolute best. I think, I don't see why we can't, but a bit early to be talking about that, I think. Got a World Cup in between there.
I was going to say World Cup, plenty of holidays, plenty of rest, plenty of competitions with the clubs and staying in form and a million other things. So I think it's too far away to say just yet, but I think the mentality will be, that's the England mentality, is to win.
That's the standard now.
So, never say never.
Next.
There's obviously players that have obviously been part of it and obviously stepped away. What's their role now as sort of legends within the game? Because obviously now it's about inspiring the next generation. My daughter, could be a next lioness. So what do they see their role now, and how do they sort of carry on inspiring that next generation?
What a lovely question.
Yeah, that was really nice, actually. I really like that.
And also, his T-shirt is sick. I remember that kit.
Yeah, same.
I seen it straight away. I remember it.
That was
I
like
had that kit.
the
and I had
reversible
Beck's
shirt
on.
era.
Yeah, it was. It was sick. I had Beck's 10 on mine. I remember it was gold on the back. It was sick. Anyway, the question.
Yeah, I think for us, I think obviously we're still playing, so we've got a natural role to inspire by playing at club level. But I think on the international scene, it's like we always say that once a lioness, always a lioness, and like kids are going to look up to us regardless of whether we're playing for Villa, Chelsea, or England. So I think for us, it's just keep pushing our messaging, our positive messaging out on social media and our platforms, and getting involved with the community, and keep driving for young girls and even boys to get involved in football and follow their dreams. I think we've got a massive platform to do that.
Yeah, I think Rach pretty much nailed it, to be honest. The only thing that I would add is, for us, we are still playing, so it's to keep enjoying the game, I think, and that has been the best thing in women's football, is you've seen players thrive because we love the game, like our love for the sport, our love for winning, our passion to make things better, to make the country better, to make schools better. I think that drive, as you know, that has all been the most important part, and because we love it so much, you see that when we're expressive on the pitch, and you know, the love for the game gives us that motivation to make sure that, you know, when we're all kind of boots are hung up and done, the next generation have things a lot better off, and it's to create that mentality in the youngsters, like you pass the baton on, but the job's never done.
I think
so
that's
installing
that's
that
a really
mentality.
good point. I think that we've always said, Mill, like we want to leave the game in a better place than when we found it, and I think we continue to drive standards and keep pushing for more. I think we always say it. I feel like we always say this in our interviews, but it couldn't be more true. Like we want the next generation to have everything that we didn't have, access to everything that they want. And you're seeing it change. There's still a lot. There's still a long way to go. We know there's room to grow, but I think it's in a good place at the minute, and just got to keep pushing for more.
But also then to then carry that mentality on, and then them to make sure that they do something different for the next generation after them. I think that's what I mean. The job's never done, and our role is probably being senior players and still in the game, is educating the youngsters and making them realise that what you have now, it was never before, and it's not to harp on about it, but it's to respect it, so that we always keep pushing for more. And I think that's such an important mentality and focus in the game, that eventually, years and years and years down the line, hopefully we don't ever have to keep badgering on about things and breaking barriers and almost like begging for facilities and stuff like that. But until we get there, everyone has a responsibility, and it's now educating that next generation to step up, you know, into those roles, whether you sat in meetings demanding things and, hey, this ain't good enough, we need this, like we want to be the best. Like, it doesn't come without hard conversation. So I think we're trying to educate the youngsters in that, but also we're still playing. I still want to break boundaries and break records, and by doing that you scream from the rooftops how important women's football is and how amazing it is by being successful.
Exactly.
Good question. Like that one.
If you couldn't play for the clubs that you play for, what team would you want to play for and why?
Oh God, this is a hard question.
I mean, like, can I say like something really low down in the league, or does it have to be in the WSL?
She's going to Leeds. She's off to Leeds. Leeds.
Can I play for Leeds, please? If it was in the WSL, I'd probably say Chelsea, because you just win all the time.
I'm not playing for any other team in the WSL, so I'm taking that to my damn grave. Let me tell you, I can't. I've been at a club too long where the rivalry is ingrained in me. Like, I could never.
You could come to Villa and play with me.
I could come to Villa. Villa would be the only exception if I got to play with you. That would be it.
Exactly. I'll go Chelsea, you go to Villa, but we'll have a crossover.
Yeah, but no one else. I could never. I couldn't.
On that note, it's a perfect time for us to take a little break, and we'll be back shortly to take more of the questions.
Welcome back, guys. We are going to get into more questions from when we were out and about.
Outside of your club teammates, who is your favourite person to either play with or play against?
Oh, nice.
Millie Bright, duh. Who else would I say?
Exactly. It's such an obvious question.
I bet she walked away from that question thinking, no, they're going to say.
I knew it. I got it right.
No, I'd definitely say you.
Yeah, 100% you. Okay, she did say, who do you dislike playing against? I don't dislike playing against you because I get to see you and we have a giggle. So I'm not. I actually look forward to that because we don't actually, believe it or not, even though we live in the same country now, we don't actually get many days off and we don't get time to just like pop round the corner. And when we're both retired, I'll be popping round for a cup of tea through my little tunnel underground. But until then, we don't actually get to see each other that much. So I do like playing against Rach because then I get to see her. But who do you dislike playing against? Who's like you come up and you're like, oh God.
I think one player I like really respected in the last couple of years is Yui Hasegawa. Like you think
So
you're gonna
good.
nick the ball off her. You're like, oh, it's coming now, and then she just like chops out of it. And I'm like, all right, sick.
Mate,
So
she
I
makes
pro-
just spin round like Tasmanian devil. You're like, have I got her? Nope.
literally.
Nowhere
So
near.
yeah, I'd probably say Yui, but I actually don't dislike playing against her. I think she's really good, but I'd say she's probably one of the best in that role.
Do you know, I think she don't get a lot of praise either, Blackstenius. I think she's such a runner. She runs. Like, she's someone that you've always got to be aware of. And again, it's not that you dislike playing against her. Like, I actually enjoy playing against her. It's like a challenge. It's, you've got to be on your best game defensively. It's definitely not a dislike playing against her. It's just one of them games where if you're heading into it a little bit tired, you're thinking, oh shit, I've got to be on it here.
Yeah.
But I don't think last year she got enough praise. I think she definitely goes under the radar for sure. Next.
How did you feel when you won the Women's Euros in your home nation?
Oh, what a cutie.
So cute.
I think I always say this. I feel like it was just euphoric. I think that's the only like word I could describe it with, because you can't actually explain it. Because I think obviously winning any major tournament anywhere is massive, but doing it at home, there was just something so special about it being in your home nation. Like, you can't. I don't think you can replicate that feeling.
You
And the first time we've done it.
You can't describe it. We actually, little man, not sure what your name is, mate, but we cannot describe it. It literally leaves you like lost for words. Like, it was one of them moments where you're just thinking, holy crap, what have we just done? Like, we've done it. Like, I just remember we kept saying to each other, we've done it. And then you're like, we've done what? And it's like, you've changed the whole country. You've changed women's football. Like, you've kickstarted this legacy of like winning trophies like internationally. And it was honestly one of the best days, the best day of my life, like to date, like still the best day.
Yeah, it is. It's really hard. It's really hard to actually put it into words. And I think you can only understand the feeling when you were there. Like,
yeah.
Even
or
fans,
if you had a dream.
even the fans, like I feel like even the fans felt it in the stadium. Like, I remember seeing people crying left and right, and it's like, you have created a legacy. You have kickstarted women's football. It was a crazy feeling, dude.
Imagine having something that you've always wanted to do for years and years, and everyone's tried and tried and tried and tried, and you failed and tried and failed and tried, and then eventually you do it. Like, blood, sweat and tears, you do it, you face all the obstacles in the world and you get there. Imagine you achieved that dream that you wanted. That's literally what we did. Like, for years we failed and then we did it. And doing it in your home, like, imagine doing it in your home with all your loved ones around you and everyone together. Like, it's just, it would.
No better feeling.
Like walking on moon for me.
My question is, what do you eat before a match?
Miss Picky over here. Miss Ritual.
I've changed, right?
Yeah, but go back. Let's go back to the playing days when we were both at England and you were very demanding of a certain item. And if you didn't have it, let's just say it was a big problem.
So I used to only have Weetabix. So I had 4 Weetabix, 4 sugars, every pre-match meal. And I got really... It wasn't even the Weetabix that I'd get annoyed at. It was the fact that if... You know, you're in a hotel... If the bowl comes and it's a bit like a saucer, like, I need a deep... To get 4 Weetabix to fit into a bowl...
Rachel, what was that camp when you literally had a baking bowl with 4 Weetabix?
Like a mixing bowl, because it was either that or like a plate.
You had this massive bowl and these 4 little bits of Weetabix in because you're like, well, I can't put it in there because it's overflowing. And they've got to be placed in a certain way.
When I first came to Villa, our nutritionist, Liv, what a legend. Her daughter... made me a bowl, like in a pottery class, right?
Really?
Like perfectly, like the depth was perfect, and it said, like, Rachel's Weetabix, and then like number 9 on the bottom. Like, it was honestly so sick, and the chefs travel with that everywhere. And then, so that was my ritual. But then now I've switched, right? Now I have my bagel, Marmite, beans and poached eggs. Honestly, it's a winner. I swear to God. But now, honestly, our chefs were like,
oh, it's just giving me goosebumps. Marmite is rancid.
Our chefs are like, Rach, do you not need your bowl anymore? And I was like, no, keep packing it, because I might change.
Keep packing it. Don't you dare take that away. I might switch back.
God, so yeah.
To be fair,
don't you have like a mashed potato sandwich or something?
Yeah, I am. My nutritionist, well, we've got a new one now, but Katie was there before. The new one, Jodie, she will learn my ritual. And it's funny because last year Katie used to watch me, and she'd watch me, like, me and Erin eat it bang on, like 3.5 hours before. Like, Erin's like, right, Mill, we can eat now. I just sit down, and you know what I'm like, I'm in my own world. And I used to get up and I'd be looking around, and Katie, nutritionist, would be like, why are you looking, what are you looking at? You know what you're getting, just get it. I'm like, well, I'm just having a little, and then the walk around just became part of my ritual. So I'm looking around as if I'm going to pick up something else like a poached egg, or I'm not. I'm getting mashed potato, broccoli, and then I'd get a schnitzel, chicken, and I'd have tomato sauce on top. And that would be my thing. Then I'd have a banana when I got to the game. But then that became like and I never changed from it. Like, that's what I have.
It's mad, isn't it? It is like a ritual.
Crazy. I always used to say, like, I don't have rituals. I'm not superstitious. I bloody am.
No, but I used to change my, like, if like, there was one time I remember when I didn't have any Weetabix, and I was like, what am I going to do? Oh my God, World War III.
You used to get so stressed. I was actually concerned. I was like, I might have to run to the shop here. I might have to peg it down to the spa.
Yeah. And then I changed, so I had to change that day. And I played sick and scored, and I was like, right, that's it, go into that, that's my meal now, not having Weetabix again.
That is something players don't understand about athletes, and it is an actual thing. If you do something, and it could be a pair of knickers, it could be a pair of socks, it could be a pair of shin pads, or the way you did your hair, or the routine. If you do something and you have the best game, you're like, it with that. It was definitely them socks that I had on. It was the way I did my hair.
Nothing to do with how you've actually stepped on the pitch.
Nothing to do with the preparation, or that you actually might have just been having a good game, but then you go to it, and then if you have a shit game,
I'd have been like, I told you it would
not doing that again. Yeah. Not doing that again. It's my hair's crap. Can I just clarify? I don't eat mashed potato and schnitzel and tomato sauce at like 10 o'clock in the morning. That's my pre-match meal. Just to clarify, don't want people thinking I'm dishing up mashed potato at 9 a.m. Probably would, like, but I don't.
Good question.
My question is, do your dogs watch the England games?
Lovely face paint.
Well, Louis likes to watch TV a bit, but Dexy, have I ever told you about Dexy and penalties?
No.
Oh my God. So, a few years ago.
Chase it. No, I wish my dogs did that.
A few years ago, right, I just moved to Villa and I was watching the Men's World Cup, I think it was. And I noticed her just keep going upstairs randomly. And I thought, where's she going? Like, why has she just all of a sudden jumped up and gone upstairs? And it kept happening throughout me watching the football, right? And I just clicked on and I was like, oh my God, she must sense like a bit of anxiety or fear or something in me. Whenever there's a penalty, she goes upstairs. Every single time when football's on, if there's a penalty, she goes upstairs. How does she know that?
Dogs are smart. They sense. They know. They just know.
It's the most bizarre thing. So she stopped always going upstairs, but if she doesn't go upstairs, she turns away. Like, she will literally, if we're watching TV now, she'll just go. It's the most, honestly. But she is the most intelligent, like emotionally intelligent dog, I swear. So she doesn't watch football.
Elsa does sit and watch. She watches all TV, to be honest. She perches on edge at sofa and she'll watch it, and you'll see a little head like going like this. Zeus is flat out asleep. Nothing can entertain him. He's snoring away. He does not care. Hera, she don't care either, to be honest. So it's nothing against the Lionesses or any other football match. They just have better things to be doing, like sleeping. Okay, we've got time for one last question.
I love you guys. Can you be my best friend, please?
Aww.
Sorry, I've only got room for one. I ain't got time for another one.
Sorry, Rachel takes up all my emotional energy and presence.
But I hope you find a best friend like ours.
We can give you tips.
We can give you the best. Well, wish you the best of luck finding that. But
We will always be your friend. That is what Daily Brightness is. We welcome everyone with open arms. So I feel like we're besties with all our fans.
We'll be your virtual friend, no problem.
Yeah, besties. DB besties. Let's make that a new motto.
Great questions, everyone. Thank you. We enjoyed doing things a little bit different this time around, but that is it for The Rest is Football Daily Brightness.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.